my Mitsubishi Pajero 2003. I bought this car 2 months ago, and for the past month and a half I've been doing it up to convert it into a camper. This car seats 5 people and sleeps 2. I wanted to convert it into a camper but making no permanent changes. I tried to make it as sustainable and upcycled as I can. Part of the car. This car can be set up in 2 different formations, one with the bed folded back and one with the bed folded out, allowing either the 2 people to sleep or the 3 extra passengers in the back. So the main part of the setup is this main box, which contains the drawer and some extra storage space plus an undercargo. This is the drawer, which is mainly the kitchen. This can be folded down and acts as an extra table or cooking space. Here we've got the cooker and also the extra food storage. The cooker goes on top like this. This section can be slide back, and under here you've got all of your pots and pans, your water, a sink. Another part of this drawer, I wanted to make sure that it was really easy to clean up after the cooking, especially as it's acting as the kitchen. I wanted to make sure that there was a sink included. So here is the sink that I bought off Kogan. It's really space efficient because it's a collapsible sink. It means that you can fit a lot of things underneath the sink. We've cut out the wood really nicely in this piece of drawer to make sure that it fits flush and it can fit underneath the box. So this one will just fit in like this. We've curved off the edges to make sure that it fits really snug, and then on top of that we've put this piece of wood on top, making little fittings so that it fits nicely and doesn't move around too much. And then on this side of the box we've got some storage space. So I wanted to make sure that one half was a drawer and one half was a bit more versatile. So this half just contains 2 of these tubs. These tubs are actually just taken from the discard pile at Officeworks, so these were for free. They're not in the best condition, but they do the job. Also in this area you've got a cargo. All of my car equipment like jump leads, jack, a snatch strap and tarp, all of that kind of thing. We've also got another hole in this box area, so we've got a small storage space for just general like shampoos, conditioners, cleaning up stuff. We've got the same sort of space on this side, but it's a bit more accessible from the back of the car. The really nice thing about having the door coming out like this means you've got some extra space in the side of the door. So here I've just got some miscellaneous items, but just gives it a place to live. Alright, and now I'm going to show you how the seats fold down and I can open up the bed. That's the legs. This configuration was quite difficult to come up with. Much easier if you wanted to make them permanent, but that was something I didn't want to do. I wanted to give myself the flexibility of having the 3 seats in the back. So as you can see here, out of the metal and the wood, we've made our legs. So it comes as the 2 pairs of legs come with the 2 parts. These clip into the main bit of the box, resting on this piece of wood and then clipping into its own leg, and then stabilized by this piece of metal. These pins are just put through a hole, and they're just holding the legs together to create some stability. This piece of wood is recycled wood. It's from Facebook Marketplace for free, and this is pretty much acting as the main support on the bed, making sure that the bed is fully level. Because it's leaning on the chairs and there's a bit of buoyancy in the chairs, it's quite hard to make sure that the bed is completely level when you're laying on it. So as you can see here, this piece of wood isn't actually quite level with the pieces of metal, but that's when there's no weight getting put through this piece of wood. But as soon as there's weight on it, it pushes the chair down and it actually makes this piece of metal level. Alright, so my bed is a 3-part bed, so 2 hinges and 3 parts. The main part is the top of the box, and then we've got another middle part and a smaller head part which can fold back, which I'll show you now. So as you can see, it's not quite level, but that's because there's no weight going through it. As soon as there's weight, it becomes level. So when designing this interior of the car, and especially the bed, we had to take into consideration practicality, but also what we actually wanted from the car. So for me, keeping the 3 seats was really important, which is why this bed couldn't be permanently set up without the hinges, etc. So because the roof isn't quite high enough for the bed to fully hinge back, we shaped it into exactly the shape that allows it to get past the roof. So as you can see, when I bend it, just scoots past the bits in the car so that it can fold through. It can't be exactly rectangle because otherwise it won't fold. So this bed is about 2 meters long and just slightly less than a double bed in width, but it still comfortably sleeps 2 people, which meant that we do have a bit of space on the side for some extra storage. This side cupboard here, the top comes off and there's some space in here, and then this also acts as like a bedside table where you can also put your keys, your book, your phone, etc. during the night. So I'm just going to show how much actually fits into this side cupboard. So got 2 towels, bag, and another bag, so it fits a fair amount of space. Right, so this mattress is memory foam. It was a store-bought mattress just from Fantastic Furniture. It was a double-sized mattress, but then I cut it down to exactly the size. I've also shaped it so it curves in at this point here. I then sewed together a mattress cover, and this is my beautiful bed. Here is just a little side mirror, as well as a hook for the keys while I'm asleep, and also the second battery lives just nicely next to the side cupboard. So another part of this car is making sure that it's completely sustainable, so I wanted to add in some solar panels to make sure that all of my electricity is solar powered. So the solar panels are attached to the roof rack permanently, and they just run down here into the car. They connect onto my second battery, and then that has an inverter which I can then plug anything I want into it. So the roof rack is another vital part to this car. It adds a heap of storage, but also allows the awning to be attached and also the solar panel. So the roof rack was second-hand, the solar panel is second-hand, and all of this was designed and created at home. So as you can see, the solar panel can be lifted up, which allows the solar panel to be permanently attached to the roof rack, allowing always to be collecting sun, but also means it's a way to secure the things underneath. So we've also got a tarpaulin which is permanently attached to the solar panel and to the roof rack, which means that anything you put underneath is always also going to be waterproof and attached on firmly. This solar panel is attached on to the roof rack with some wood supporting it at the front, attached on with some hinges, and then we've got this metal pole out the back which just sits on top of the roof rack like this, and then we can just rope it round to secure it.